During this video, I want to talk you through the changes for the Cert 4 in fitness that you'll be starting next week. So to summarize at this stage, most of the changes are relating to the assessment tasks. So if we look at the observations, there's now nowhere near as many observations. There's only 10 in the observations folder. That's because there was a heap of checklists here, assessment checklists. Now the assessment checklists have been combined with the assessments. So if I look at an example, here. So instead, previously the checklist, which is at the bottom of this page, would have been a separate assessment task. Now it's at the bottom of the page there. So that's going to occur in a lot of different situations, probably 90% of situations where it's been relevant to have them separate. I've done it, but there's only a couple of occasions. In most cases, you'll find the checklist now as part of the assessment task. If I go back, another major change is templates. So in all cases now, you'll have templates that need to be populated for the assessment task. So if I click on that, you've got your functional assessment tool. That's for the posture task. And a programming template as well. So for every task now that involves work to be uploaded, there'll be a template provided to make sure everyone's on the same page, and it's a requirement that you use those templates. What we're finding with the validation is between academies, there's great variances in what's being used. So now the templates have been provided. There'll also be videos provided in relation to the assessment tasks. They will be done next week and the week after. So they will be there by the time the students have to complete the assessment task, but they're not there yet. So they'll be similar to the foundations videos. It will just give you a run through of how you do it, what you have to upload, how the trainer's going to assess it, that sort of thing. So again, they won't be there quite yet. Again, so with all those key assessment tasks, especially for body transformation advanced PT, you'll have templates provided. The advanced PT assignment 1 has changed. Previously for this task, you had to look at upper cross syndrome and lower cross syndrome, and you had to populate a table. Now they complete it as questions. That was because, again, people were using all sorts of templates. So the student just fills that task in here. You would be familiar with that task. And there's been one assessment task added for advanced PT skills, which is written questions. There were just some gaps we found in the mapping, some things that were presumed were going to present during assignments that often weren't when we looked at the student's evidence. So, yeah, it's got 31 questions. So that is a new assessment task. Body transformation, again, it's pretty similar. There hasn't been many changes other than the fact that we now have combined the checklists with the assessment tasks, and also we've provided templates where required so that everyone will be working off the same template. So again, it's not optional. All students need to use those templates. It avoids us missing evidence that's important in the assessment tasks. Other than that, they're the key changes you're going to find with the assessment task. So if you've got any questions, shoot me an email. But again, the major changes are there's a new assessment task, which is assessment task 7, which has got some written questions. There's assessment task 1 from advanced PT is no longer a table that they upload. Now they populate the answers for upper cross and lower cross syndrome. The observation checklist or assessment checklist in most cases have been merged into the assessment tasks, and you've been provided with templates that have to be used. So again, if you've got any questions, make sure you shoot me an email.